Win the World Cup, they reckon. Win the World Cup. What a laughable suggestion. Right now, I would give my left arm for England to simply score a goal at World Cup. There is absolutely no way that this team are doing anything in the World Cup, and it is all because of one man, because this is one of the most talented generations that has ever existed. This is the very definition of a golden generation. This is it. This is our opportunity. This is our time. And the reason that England have absolutely zero chance, completely nullified, nothing going into this World Cup is because of one man and one man's belligerence, and that man is Gareth Southgate. And I tell you what, we need to wake up to the news that he is gone from his role as England manager in the morning. There is no way that we can waste this incredible crop of players on this buffoon. He is so tactically inept. The way that he selects his team, the way that he sets up, the negativity, the lack of meritocracy in this team, the fact that he will pick player after player based on nothing aside from blind loyalty. Absolutely nothing. There is no way that Harry Maguire should have been anywhere near that England team. It should be a meritocracy. It is an honour to play for your country. And if you are playing well for your club, the reward is you represent your country. Harry Maguire cannot get in the Manchester United team, and yet he's starting for England. It makes a mockery of the entire squad. And we need to do something about it now. Gareth Southgate is good for certain things. He represents the country very well. He's a statesman, but he's not a football manager. He's clearly not good enough. 2 relegations now. Relegation from the Premier League. Relegation for England. This is a new low. Do you know what? I went to Brazil. I went to Brazil for the 2014 World Cup, and it felt like a new low for English football there. We were out before we even played the 3rd game in the group. We went into that Costa Rica game, and I was there in Belo Horizonte, and we were already out with that Burke Hodgson. And that, at that very moment, felt like a new low. Something that England had never really felt. Out within 2 games. You have a game to spare and you're out. This is a new low for England. We are relegated. This is totally and utterly unacceptable. And when you combine the fact that we are relegated, juxtapose that with this crop of players. These players are elite. These players are sensational. This crop of players are good enough to win the tournament. I'm not suggesting they will win the tournament, because they obviously won't with Southgate. And I'm not actually saying they would win it with a decent manager, because winning a World Cup is very difficult, and that Brazil team looks outrageous, and France and whatever else. But this team are in with a chance. This squad are good enough. But instead of that, England have now gone more than 550 minutes without a goal in open play. And 5 successive games without a win. This is embarrassing, and we need to react now, because Gareth Southgate is obviously not good enough. He talks about being a patriot. He talks about having a love for his country. Do you know if that is true? He needs to do the honourable thing. Your country needs you, Gareth. Your country needs you to resign. You do not have the minerals. You do not have the capacity. You are not the answer to England's problems. So please, if you are the patriot that you say you are, do the honourable thing and hand in your notice and collect your P45. You are not equipped. You are not good enough to manage this crop, and we are wasting this exceptional crop of footballers on such a lacklustre, lacking and pathetic football manager. Do you know what he did today? I'm on holiday, by the way, so I'm in a hotel room. I've been over the hotel bar watching this game. To a man, by the way, I'm in Marbella. To a man watching the game, every single person, England fan, said they wanted him out. Not one person said keep him. The only person I know who says keep him is Thogden, and he's a Wally. So that is where we're at. He needs to go now. And I need to phrase this correctly, right? It isn't easy what I'm about to say here, but try and empathise with me. I know if you are a football fan, you will understand what I'm trying to say here. Gareth Southgate achieved the impossible tonight. He achieved the impossible. I'm a passionate England fan. I followed England to Brazil. I followed England to Macedonia. I followed England all over the place. Poland, wherever. And how do I get this right with the wording? I was open to England losing today, because I thought the greater good would be achieved. The greater good, England lose. I don't want England to lose. I never want England to lose. But one step back in order to move 2 steps forward. And I knew that we would lose. And I thought that there was an opportunity. If we did lose, maybe, just maybe, the FA react in a positive, forward-thinking manner and strike and make a decisive action and get Gareth Southgate out of the job before the World Cup starts. He is clearly nowhere good enough. And the fact that we are on this run, by the way, what a time to go into a run like this. What a time to go into a run just as we're embarking on the World Cup. But to go into a run like this is actually impossible when you think of the players that he has. I just truly do not understand it. And so many decisions were so wrong. I mean, the Toney decision. You call up Ivan Toney. Brave decision, correct decision, one that I'm totally in favour of. It represents the meritocracy that I was referring to earlier, that Harry Maguire makes such a mockery of. So yeah, call up Toney, fantastic. Then you don't even put him in a squad, you pillock. How is he not in the squad? We're going into a World Cup. He's not played for England before. What is he going to do? Okay, maybe he has Monday. But he should be in and around the squad, because if you genuinely think that he could start against America in Qatar, he needs to be learning. He needs to be around the squad. The fact that you call him up and leave him out, it's truly shambolic. And how frustrating is it today to watch Bukayo Saka at left wing back? It's just so foolish. Look, I know that he can do a job there. I think he's a very good player. I think he's a very good player in that position. But it's an absolute waste of such attacking talent to ask him to focus on defending. And where's Ben Chilwell? It just doesn't make sense. There are just so many things that don't make sense. And there are fewer things in life more annoying than watching a manager make proactive changes when they've gone a goal down. Be on the front foot. Be proactive before you are being reactive. All of the best managers over the years will always sense the problem before the problem actually arrives. You don't wait till you're losing to make an attacking change. You go 1-0 up. Yeah, Jose Mourinho, 2 subs within 15 minutes. Sub in a sub. Yeah. Antonio Conte, always on the front foot. Gareth Southgate sits there. We go behind, he makes changes. It's actually idiotic. And the people keeping him in his job need to hang their heads in shame. We really do need to make a decision now. Gareth Southgate's biggest, and there are many flaws. In fact, we could do an entire hour-long video on the amount of flaws in Gareth Southgate's armoury. But his biggest flaw for me is his in-game management. It's basically non-existent. He waits, nothing happens, and all of a sudden we're losing, and then he does his best. It's just so foolish. I mean, where are we now? We're going into a World Cup. We've got 1 game left. No goals, a couple of chances, half chances. No rhythm. A left wing that doesn't function. A disjointed attack. A defence that's at 6s and 7s. I mean, even Kyle Walker, you know, it was a beautiful goal. I'm not taking anything away from the goal, but Kyle Walker's a top-class player. But what did he do for that goal? And to make matters worse, Hungary have beaten Germany. And that means England are relegated from Nations League A. Pathetic. Keep your fingers crossed that we're going to wake up in the morning. And I tell you what, if we wake up to the news that Gareth is gone, this is getting popped double early in the morning. Sad times. Please let me know what you think about this video, actually. I really want to hear your thoughts. Am I too harsh? Am I getting it wrong? Comment below. Let me know what you think. And I look forward to hearing what you have to say. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please click subscribe in a bit.